about 21,000 square feet, and then we just build out on either end, which is the higher glass ceiling that you'll see. But we were 5 or 6 years. This is Ray Parker. This is the man that built the building for us. But, we were 5 or 6 years trying to get the manufacturers to agree to let us combine, and then they had to agree on the building. So first they said you can do it, and then they said, okay, well, what's it going to look like? What are they getting? What are we getting? How come they're getting this and we're getting that? So when we worked all through that, and we reached an agreement that we could build this building, and that was 5 years. And then we finally got the agreement. We agreed on the plan. It had to work for us as a family as well as for the manufacturers. Sometimes there's a difference between what the manufacturers want and what the family wants. So we kind of worked through that, and then we got the agreed build. We agreed on the plan, and Mr. Parker took over and built it in 6 months, right?
6 months and 2 weeks.
6 months and 2 weeks.
It's amazing.
It's really was a great show.
Thank you.
Yes, it was. We got to see it by year end.
Yes.
Took advantage of Bush's plan, so we like that very much.
So that's the story of the building. If you want to talk about when we got BMW and Mercedes.
Well, we've had BMW, we've had Mercedes since '71, isn't that right? Which is really kind of incredible. It's about 38 years ago. Jeez. I didn't think I was that old. I guess I am. And I wrote, I knew about Mercedes. My college roommate's father was an engineer with General Motors. And he spent a lot of time in Europe, so I knew about the car, and I'd been in the Army in Europe, so I knew about the car. I wrote Mercedes every year on January 2nd. Every year asking them to come see us, see if they couldn't use us as a dealer. They finally showed up with a folder and had all my letters in 1971.
Oh, wow.
And they, at that time, the Bay Bridge had really changed the peninsula, as you know. And the Bay Bridge was in 52, that was 71, so the shore was really booming. And they needed a servicing dealer over here on the Eastern Shore to take care of really diplomats and a lot of pretty important people that were coming over here from the western side. So we had a very good service department, a good service reputation, and that's why we got it. And then our friend, after that, our friend Ursa Marceau in Wilmington, who are very fine dealers in the Wilmington area. Union Park had the BMW, and we knew them very well. And they told us that there was an opportunity for BMW down here, and we contacted BMW. I called them from a public telephone. Tony Ursa Marceau called me and told me that. And when I was in Washington, I was in a hurry to get home. I drove home. There's a little airport over there just on the other side of the Bay Bridge. I stopped my car, went to a public phone. I had the phone number, called BMW from a public phone. I asked them for an appointment. They gave it to me, and that's how we got the. So it's funny how things turn. And then we sold them out of the other building, which was really inadequate for a long time. Built this, which worked a lot better, and I think this is going to work a lot better. The shore is changing. These are really wonderful automobiles. They truly are. I think we still do a very good service business, and that's Charlie and IG's. It's really their business. It's not my business. But I think this is just a fabulous opportunity, and I think we're ready for it. I think the shore is ready for it, and we want to make it happen. And we want to make it good for everybody. First, the customers. If we take care of that, then we'll be okay. If we're okay, then I guess Mercedes and BMW will be okay. It works good.
David, what did you tell your sons to not do when they took over?
I haven't had any success with that at all. As a lesson giver, I'm a failure.
I just want to say, for those who are here, and we've had